Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Allison Cruz, and I am incredibly excited to welcome you to Kena, Bridge of Spirits. This is an action-adventure game brought to you by the studio who made the excellent Majora's Mask short, Terrible Fate. And this is about as close to a Nintendo game / Pixar film you're ever going to get on the PlayStation. However, do not let that fool you, because despite the game's bright and cute and cheery demeanor, it can be absolutely brutal at times with its combat. But honestly, I like it a lot, which is exactly why we're going to go ahead and torture ourselves by selecting Master Spirit Guide difficulty. We are playing the new anniversary update, so there are a few key differences which we'll detail soon enough. But for now, let's get started. With that, our adventure begins with a pulse, which honestly is one of the more compulsory skills in your arsenal, because not only does it act as your shield in combat, but it also reveals important things in the environment that will usually help in solving puzzles and unlocking massive doors. On top of that, it looks so cool, and I'm a really big fan of the art direction in this game, as you are all going to find out. So, kind of a weird place to start us off is in the middle of this dark, dank cavern with very little color and light, but that's alright. We have a pedestal we need to step on, and should we pulse on it, it'll send off shockwaves that will then chain to the gem on top of the door, allowing us to proceed, which is nice and all. But what you guys were waiting for is coming up, our first bit of combat, as well as a look at the game's antagonist.
Why have you come?
I sense suffering here, Spirit. Do you need help?
You know nothing of suffering. This is my home, my village. Turn back, Spirit Guide.
I don't think I will, especially if you're just gonna run around anyways and just leave me to fight your cronies. So combat is pretty rudimentary for the most part. You have light attacks that you can chain together, as well as heavy attacks that you can charge up and break through defenses with. But you also have defense and parries, which are extremely hard to pull off, especially in the middle of a conversation. So we'll see how that happens. But we can also dodge, and usually if you can't get in the way, or if you need your shield to recharge, then, well, it's a good opportunity to use it. So it's kind of hard to get a parry in when an enemy is trying to combo you, but that's okay. And if you let your shield get broken, you're going to be in trouble, so go and do some of that. And we'll get a nice little heavy shot there. Nice. And for that, we get Karma, which is this game's version of experience, and we'll be able to, get those skills I was talking about earlier, which I am definitely missing right now. So let's go ahead and light this up on that side, and then same thing over here. I am not joking when I say that we are going to be pulsing all over the place. But once they've all converged here, nice little cutscene. There we go. We stand here, and it reveals the gem. Pulse away. I have got to say, the musical flourishes and the sound design in this game are absolutely top-notch, and I am so glad that I decided to wait on recording this instead of doing it when it came out. But with that, welcome to the great outdoors. If you want, you can interact with a lot of these remembrance spots and things like that, but for the most part, the game will be nice about letting you know if you're going to get anything of interest out of them. So you don't have to waste too much time just sort of pulsing everywhere, but up ahead, little spirit kids? It's kind of creepy, weird.
I saw him here somewhere. Where did he go?
Hi there.
That was odd, to say the absolute least. But here we have our very first instance of the rot.
Hi.
Oh, it's alright. What happened here, little guy?
It is so adorable. Well, not only are the rot useful for sussing things out in the environment and helping you find the way forward, but they will be an incredibly useful asset in battle, enhancing your skills and otherwise distracting enemies and doing damage on them. So the more you collect, the better off you'll be. And I'm gonna try to make an effort to get all of them. But there's bound to be a few that I'm going to forget. Luckily, they make them pretty easy to find. Anything purple or out of place in the environment you see, go ahead and pulse it, and usually, it might be something good. Oh, so that is technically our first rot, which is nice and all, but we gotta find 5 before we can use their abilities, so they definitely work better in large numbers. So let's head over here, grab this one as well. So don't worry, not all of them will be this easy. Oh, he's so cute. Okay, so we'll jump across over here. And those weird spirit kids keep running away. That's not good. But over here we have the flashing lantern, so if you don't mind. And something that I think is new with the anniversary update, because I've never done it before, but you can now interact with the rot and do some cute things with them. So I suppose the more you would have, the more entertaining this would be, but they'll be doing different stuff amongst each other, and eventually you will be able to customize each of your of your little friends here. So, well, enough of that. We'll come back a little bit later once we have a lot, and we're gonna go ahead and deal this old waterfall puzzle. So you need to stay standing on the pedestal while the chain reaction happens, and there you go. It lifts all of these other stones and we can jump across. Using the tried and aged true formula of good things being behind waterfalls, this is no exception. Once again, another rot. He just always looks so proud. Okay, and the last one is a little far away, but we'll get there in just a moment as we go ahead and take a look at this, where all of the color has been drained from this area as well as the life. We have a dead zone heart, and we're gonna need at least 5 of our little rot buddies before we'll be able to go ahead and deal with that. But
Come quick.
luckily for us, final one happens to be hiding right over here inside of a chest. And yes, I know what you're thinking. This says Breath of the Wild written all over it. I'm aware. And do not worry, because these guys are a little bit more useful than the Koroks. So, the rot can help. We can press square to send rot onto objects, and all we really need to focus on is just having them around in order to purify dead zone hearts. So, yeah, that's fine and dandy. Let's go over here and do it. We'll go ahead and pulse it and bring life back to this area. Oof, that was violent. So this very rarely ever happens, but it caused this tree to topple over and fall. And the first time I played this, I completely missed that. I was like, where am I supposed to go? Because I must have just been looking in the other direction or something. But you rarely have to do that in this game, so kind of odd that they would include that. So we'll go climb over here. There is a fair bit of platforming you have to do in this game, and fortunately, not in a bad way. It does feel a little like Tomb Raider, a little like, you know, Jak and Daxter. So, not the worst thing in the world, but it feels a little aged at times. Now, we have another incident. This time, we have combat to deal with. And as you can see, the rot have been frightened. So in order to bring them back, you're gonna have to kill enemies, make combos in order to build courage. And once we build enough, we'll be able to go ahead and seal those hearts shut. And on master mode, well, anytime you get hit, it'll decrease your courage. So that's going to be really annoying. So let's go ahead and get started. We got a little axe guy here. How dare you, my friend? Don't appreciate that. Also, timing on the parries is gonna be parry mount? I don't know. But it builds up pretty fast. Just don't get hit, that's all. And that's a little late, but that's all right, or early rather. All right, so the rot are ready, and we can use them to destroy the environment, and we can also bind enemies, which is really helpful. But I would rather get all this taken care of first. So there we go. It used that full meter, and now we're gonna have to regain stuff again. Also, you're throwing rocks at me, man? That is not cool. Yeah. So 10 karma for that fight, and we can go ahead and use them here. Anytime we get out of combat, you will heal your health, and the rot will come back. There we have it. Very nice. It's always fun kind of seeing how, you know, the world comes back to life around you. All right. Just gonna make sure I don't miss anything in this tutorial section because I have a feeling I probably might. But, oh, there they go. Running some more. Okay, so a nice little thing that the rot can do is they can move things. And by having them pick it up and put it somewhere that you want it to go, you'll be able to reach places you otherwise wouldn't. And the game doesn't get super creative in how it does this stuff sometimes. So just keep in mind that if you try to like jank it out or something, it usually doesn't work out that well. But if we head over here, there is a bushel, and we can go ahead and activate right there. And the rot will go ahead and get some karma for that. So, not super important. Again, that's mostly just experience. There is currency in the form of crystals we'll be picking up soon enough. So, we'll go and see that maybe our first instance is up here. These runes are pretty cool too, so You have barrels and crates and things. So yeah, there we go. 25 crystals. Not bad. You don't really need them aside from, I guess, customization options, of which there are many more in the anniversary updates. So it's probably even more pertinent to do that now, more so than when the game first came out. So by lifting that up, it doesn't really do much except get us some experience. So that's nice. We can appreciate, you know, having things in these ruins look, you know, moderately nice. Okay, we'll drop down here. There is actually this,
that for me?
and yeah, you could have jumped up over here, I think, just to kind of save yourself some time, but not while that was there. So a couple of instances of that in certain stages, but for the most part, I would consider this game relatively open world, just in the sense that you don't have to go to different worlds and places like that. It's all more or less connected together. So also, sometimes you'll see these little wind chimes, and you're gonna want to go ahead and use your pulse there, get a little bit of crystals, currency, all that good stuff. But for the most part, it's not that much. It just adds up a lot over time. All right, what do we got up here? Oh no, it's you.
Let me help you. I can heal these spirits and restore balance to the forest.
I know you are kind. You sense the power that flows through this land, but you do not fully understand it.
Can be healed, but you cannot stay here, Spirit. You must move on.
You are the one who does not belong. I will never abandon my people.
Ooh, that's kind of scary. And no, Groot, you don't have to do this. So you can choose to either move out of the way or attempt a parry. But for the most part, we're just gonna try to build up our courage and bind him to his heart's content. With this, we'll be hopefully all right. Give him a nice little stagger. Oop. So they're gonna distract him for a bit, but you wanna be careful because he will eventually slice them away. Yeah, there we go. So I got a little lucky on that. Sir? Sprout will eventually become like a normal enemy that you're gonna fight quite a bit, so I wouldn't worry too much about him right here. Just try to learn his moves. He's got like 3 of them or something. Oof. There we go. All right. Ooh, that did quite a lot of shield damage. Sheesh. Let's go ahead, clear the area.
You can come out. It's safe now.
Look, Saya, she cleared away the poison. The little guys can eat it. They love it.
My name's Kana. What are you two doing out here, alone in the forest?
Don't worry about us. We've been here a long time and take care of ourselves.
I can see that. You both look very strong. Do you know who that spirit was with the horned mask?
We don't know, but when he shows up, the girl's poison grows stronger.
Hey, what are you doing here in the forest?
I'm searching for the sacred mountain shrine. Can you take me there?